How you doing, Duff here? We're going to do a little bit of show and tell with the KingSong S18. Some people have been asking some questions, so we wanted to see if we could answer a few of them right now. So right now you see the side profile of the S18. You'll notice that the trolley handle is popped up a little bit. If you actually want to lift it, this is the normal position of the trolley, like this. If you want to lift the S18, you need to first pop it loose, nice, to its first détente there. Once it's up there, you can get your fingers underneath and you can lift it, but when it's all the way down, you cannot get your fingers under there. So that's a little heads up. Over here you can see the suspension, the side profile. All of this stuff here is all rubberized. I guess designed to be sort of padding. When you look down here, you can see the pedal, which I mentioned in the first video, how it looks, first glance, it looks smaller than other pedals, but when you actually take a ruler to it, it's actually bigger. It's actually bigger than the standard 18XL pedals. Like if I go to the longest point here, it's just over 250 millimeters. 250, actually it's 255, just about, to the longest point there. And depth-wise, it's around 100, a little more than 120, maybe 122 or 123 millimeters. So pedals are big. No concern about the pedals. As far as the wire management, you can see how some of the wires are protected in this little channel here. They look like they are quite secure. All right, spinning around to the front view, this appears to be one of the main motor cables. It's wrapped in like a a metal wire loom. Let's get some light on this. So again, that seems very durable. Should hold up pretty well because that's been something that people have had concerns about. And then here is the inner fender. This is what protects the wheel, keeps stuff from flying up into the upper part of the body. It's a pretty tight fit all the way around. Up top, this is your power button, but this is also your charge port. To access the charge port, you pull this back and you have your charging port. It's only a single port, not a dual port like some of the KingSong wheels. And then you have a USB port as well that you could charge your USB devices if you would like to. I already mentioned the trolley handle here. It has two détentes. The first détente is what you would use if you wanted to pick it up, and then fully extended. I've noticed the height fully extended seems quite comfortable for me. I'm about a little less than 6'3", so the trolley handle height is good for me. So if it's good for me, it's probably good for anybody shorter than that as well, I would imagine. All right, so now we are looking at the heart of the S18, the shock for the independent suspension. I have a shock on my mountain bike, but it's not this type of shock. Mine's not nearly as adjustable as this. This is an air shock. It has two fill valves here and here. This is for the negative chamber and this is the positive chamber. Basically the positive chamber, and I'm not an expert on this, and like I said in a previous video, Mickey will go into more depth on this than I will. But basically the positive chamber is the bigger chamber, and that's what provides you the cushion when you hit a bump. The negative chamber is what helps make that transition smoother. Your pressure number in the positive chamber is always going to be more than your pressure in the negative chamber. This is your lockout button. This allows you to more or less lock out the suspension if you're in a situation where you do not want suspension travel. Okay, so to fill these, let me go get the pump. I'll take these little valve caps off. This is definitely a somewhat acquired skill. The bottom valve is very easy to access, that's not a problem. Top valve is a little bit trickier. Okay, so the top valve, you want to come through the side here. Just a little opening right there. I mistakenly, when I first did this, I tried to kind of bend it in here and like do a right angle. Not the best way. You definitely want to come through that opening on the side. It's much easier when you do it this way. And we'll screw this fitting on. A little bit of finagling, but it's not nearly as bad. when you come right through the side. Come on, let's go. Okay, so you just keep screwing it in, and once you actually break the seal, you'll notice that the pressure gauge will become engaged, and you'll actually get a reading on there. So right now I'm at about 180 for my pressure on the top, on the positive chamber. When you're disconnecting it, you want to try to kind of turn it off quickly if you can, so you negate losing a lot of air. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's not so bad. It seemed more difficult the first time I tried it, but as in most situations, the more you do something, the easier it becomes. Not that bad to do. Okay, the wheel comes with a built-in mud guard, comes in with this reflective strip. Only if you're lucky do you get an EV wear sticker. You know, I'm just happen to be lucky, so I have one on this wheel, but that's what the back end looks like. This is a GoPro mount that Mickey stuck on there. I just left that on there. Okay, so the tail light, it serves 3 functions. It's a brake light. When you're turning left and right, when you're leaning the wheel, you'll notice that the light will indicate the way that you're leaning. And when you're at rest, like it is right now, it will show the battery level. Right now you see that the light is fully illuminated. That's because it just came off the charger. The battery is fully charged. It's cool the way that this casts light down on the suspension. It looks really cool at night. If you guys saw my first video riding at night, it does look cool lit up like that. Tire on the S18 is a 3-inch tire, which is becoming more and more commonplace nowadays. Gives you great stability at low speeds, comfortable ride, no complaints about the tire whatsoever. I mentioned in a video earlier, but the footage got deleted. Unfortunately, the inner tube fill valve on this, because of the design, is super easy to access. Let me see if I can spin it around and get it in frame here. Right here's the fill valve. You can see you have absolutely no problems getting on that whatsoever. Super easy to access, which is nice. All right, so there you go. There's just a quick walkthrough of the wheel. It was a little bit rainy out tonight, so I didn't really want to go out tonight, but I did want to kind of give you a roadmap of how the wheel is laid out. I hope to be getting back out on the road tomorrow, maybe riding to Ave Maria, maybe the swamp. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. We shall see, but it will be full of S18 action. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can always hit that notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Last time I checked, 87% of the people that watch my channel or videos on my channel are not subscribers. So, hey, why not subscribe? Big thanks to eWheels. Big thanks to Jason at eWheels for allowing us to evaluate this wheel. It's going to be going all around the country. And it's a great service that Jason provides, and I'm very appreciative of it. And feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. If you have any questions about the S18, if there's something you want me to specifically test or try to do or find out the answer for you, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments below. That's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. And I hope you guys appreciate the challenges of getting this all the way up here on this table. Yes, I do have a stand that works with the S18. Not in production yet, still doing a little bit of testing, but it does work.